Hello, chat. Hi. Oh, you're getting some feedback there. That's nice, isn't it? Let's turn that off. How are we doing? How's it going? Good afternoon, Vietnam. Wow. What an intro there, Dan. I wasn't expecting it, but I respect it. And the Waz as well. They're good Waz. Right. We're back on the Sesame Street chat. Today's mission: A, work out how we're gonna ink and color these. B, do some inking on Cow Bison. We're not penciling anymore now. We're gonna ink and color them, and we're gonna start with Count Mon Count, Stroke, and Bison. Can't hear you as I'm out, but here, have a wah. Oh, thanks. Big Waz. Waz in chat, everybody. Love the Waz. I was thinking about maybe doing another our next emote on Twitch today, but I want to do this. I might just make the emote off stream because I think I know what I want to make, and it's not going to take me very long to make. So either we'll do it as part of another stream, as like a 10-minute segment of another stream, or I'll just do it off stream. We'll see. In the meantime, I need to find some reference for the kind of style that I want to go with, and I have a style in mind, chat. Which I said briefly last time that I wanted it to be like Capcom versus SNK, that kind of art style. The guy that does the art for that. And it's sort of like that, but it's more sort of the Tatsunoko stuff that he did. But I'll get reference from both. It ain't the 8th of March yet. I'm in Tesco, baby. Tesco is allowed, as long as you're wearing a mask, obviously. Come on. See if I can get the Twitch chat up on here. I can. Nice. Cool. Okay, yeah, so this is the sort of thing, chat. Right here. This is, in terms of line work, the kind of style we're going to go for. But in terms of colour, it's more... Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Here we go. Oh, I didn't know this was a Wii game. It's kind of hard to tell in this image actually because it's quite low quality, but it's more kind of block colours, right? Rather than this is kind of airbrushy. This is what we want, chat. This is what we're going for. Like this, you see here. And like here, it's like block colours. That's the deal. Oh, I can just use it. This is a way better image than the one I used before. Than this one. It's this, but better. Chat. So let's delete this layer and command me this. This sort of style is what we're after, chat. Which is a bit of a tall order, but, you know. I reckon we got it in us. Just about. Do we need to hurry up and start drawing? I've got cool points that need using or messing you up. I need to know what I'm drawing first, so that it's worth your time messing it up, right? Oh, did I don't know if I remember to turn all the other ones back on. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So there's lots of different options for your spending of your points. Although I'm sure you're probably all going to use the same ones, right? I know I would, if I were in your shoes. Sounds like a you problem to me, for sure. But you're sort of beholden to my problems at this point, right? You're at my mercy. Okay, we need to find a pen that will get us this kind of really clean, kind of thin lining for the outside, right? I only need 100 more points to be able to do no mistakes and change of hands at the same time. Oh my god. That is crippling, especially because look how clean this line work is meant to be. That's not bad. It looks kind of uniform though, this line, right? Like almost like a tech pen type deal. Something like this. Ba-ba-ba-bum. That's not awful. Doobity-doo. Sorry, chap. Perhaps I should have done this. Work this part out first. But it is what it is. That's a nice pen. Look at that. Especially given that you can't see the menus I'm scrolling through, so you're just watching me do nothing. Fuck it. Let's just go with this pen and we'll see what happens, right? So I want it to be slightly smaller than that. Not that small. Something like that will probably do. And it's like the outlines and the necessary shapes get inked, but nothing else. The rest is all shit. Like this jawline, there's no inking involved. See, it's just the color just does it. Love a good clean line. Yeah, exactly. Not that any of our drawers would suggest that. Yeah, you sort of have to do kind of panic mode it a bit. And again, like these lines here are all color, right? So we don't need to ink them in the same sort of vibe when we come to them on this. So only the important, necessary dark bits and the outlines get lines here. Does that make any sense whatsoever? I don't know. What's this look like if we dissolve it? Really shit. What if we pump the flow up? That's nice. Pump the flow up and dissolve it? Still kind of shit. We'll just leave it on normal, but with high flow. Oh boy. I have to concentrate really hard to do it with my right hand. I don't know how I'm going to cope if you make me do it with my left hand. It's basically just going to be a period of the stream that's a write-off that we go back and fix later on. There you go. That's some nice clean-ish lines, right? I've got some smoothing on today, which I know is cheating normally, but... This bit can pretty much be all black, I think. That's straight up peen. I hope that's a good thing. Oh, that's a straight up peen. Yeah, it's a good pen. I mean, maybe if you read that in your head as pen, but no one read it in their head as that, Dan. So maybe just think twice next time, you know. isn't gonna have a annoying unless I just double tap it. Oh, then it dissolves everything, right? What if we go increase the tolerance by to like 70 or something stupid? Doesn't help. Turn the anti-aliasing off. Made it worse. Bum, bum. Doobie doo doo. After we've done all this chat, I've started making some drawings, some character drawings of the Saturday Nights characters. So we might do them in this sort of style if it goes well. If it goes well, I'm only going to do like the bare essentials of this bit, and that might even be too much, to be honest. Like just that much of that, and the rest we'll do with colours. Right. Also in this art style, there's not, you know how a lot of times I'll drop lines, so I'll do something like that. Your brain connects the rest. He doesn't really do that. In these, you see? It's mostly all kind of connected stuff here. See, like all of that is connected. All of this bit here is connected. And we're going for something between a homage and a straight rip, chat. So. So we want to adhere to the rules as much as possible, right? Man, it's so hard to colour stuff in with the smoothing on, because the pen just smooths itself out. Doesn't like lots of area being covered at once. Doesn't like lots of rapid moves. What am I up to today? We're starting on the inking and colouring process of the Sesame Street Fighter characters. So we're doing count by count stroke and bison at the moment. And this is the kind of art style we're going for. We're going to try and mimic this kind of art style on here. That's the plan. So at the moment we're just doing these kind of thicker outline colours, and some areas we're going to spot with black, but mostly it's going to be colour work, right? Because these don't use that much black really, apart from in areas that need to be black, but the line work and the shading, the black is not used very much. What's the style called? I don't really know what it's called. It's just by a guy who does a lot of the work for the Street Fighter games, or did. I don't really know if he does that much anymore. I can't remember his name, annoyingly. But that's why I'm doing it, because it's the Street Fighter guy, right? And we're doing a Street Fighter kind of parody thing. so I wanted it to tie with that. So like for some stuff he does kind of this airbrushy type stuff, but then for the Tatsunoko stuff he does really blocky stuff, which is more my style. So we're going to try and do this as opposed to this. And I guess that's basically what I'll just do, like as a homage, right? To keep it in the Street Fighter theme. And it's just like a style that I think looks really clean and cool, and that I've wanted to try doing, so why not now, you know? Why not now? Sounds like a challenge to me. Good for you. Yeah, it's definitely a dense style, right? But I think it's one that we can mimic, at least convincingly, relatively convincingly. It's not going to look as good, right? We might have to get close. I'm really struggling with this ear, chat. If you hadn't noticed. That's the main problem with this style, right? Is that the line work's all really clean. It's probably like Illustrator, but done on Illustrator, but we're doing it in Photoshop. But alas, that's part of the challenge, right? Said, didn't we, that we weren't going to drop those lines, right? We should stick with consistency. Bum 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 ba da dum. I'm going to do some stuff with a thinner line in a sec, so maybe we'll leave that stuff for that. What's he do with hair? It's like super anime-y, like in triangles and stuff. Doobie doo doo doobie 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 doo. Kind of like that. I think. Is this meant? I think his goatee thing is meant to be black, right? Let's find out. Yeah, it is. So we can try some of this style stuff here. Which means we need to draw in the bottom of this chin. Like this. haven't had to draw hair like this in a long time, chat. Oh no, this part looks tough. Would be a real shame if someone redeemed no mistakes. And change of hands. I need 2 separate times. Okay, so let's do a 1 timer for. How much is change of hands at the minute? Is it still a 1 minute? Change of hands. Yeah, 1 minute, and no mistakes is 5 minutes. Okay, so I'll set a timer for 1 minute, and then we'll set a timer for 4 minutes after that. Yeah, 1 minute, no mistakes is 5. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so the left hand and no mistakes is now for a minute, starting now. And then after that, it will just be no mistakes. Oh my god. This is impossible. Okay. Oh man, I was about to press Control Z. God damn it. That part is really annoying as well when you've only got one hand, when you've got on your wrong hand as well. It's quite tough. Having fun? No, not really. I should put the smoothing back on for this. God, you have to really concentrate when you're drawing with your offhand. That's terrible. Luckily, most of this is going to be black, so I can kind of mess some parts up. It's not going to be the end of the world. Oh my god, I keep wanting to press Control Z and I can't do it. Oh, the time is up. Okay, phew. So now the only rule is I can't undo, but I can use my right hand. Oh, I need to set a 4-minute timer now. God, the left hand thing is really crippling. It just completely stops everything on the stream. Like, it slows the whole thing down. I just can't do it. Oh, I've just used Control Z. Oh, actually, I can just put it back, right? Edit. Redo. Edit. Okay, there we go. Fine. Fuck it. I'll put my hand behind my back. There we go. And I'll give you an extra, like, 5 seconds at the end. I get the feeling this is going to look horrendous anyway, so who cares? How long have you been saving those points up if you could do both at the same time? And was it worth it? You know, those are the questions. Yeah, see, look, this just looks kind of dumb. Yeah, it's not the worst, actually. It just needs to be, like, smaller and clearer. I think that's the main problem I'm having here, is that the pen I've gone for, I've done it too thick. It needs to be thinner. It entertained me so definitely. Nice, good. I'm glad you were entertained. That's kind of the whole idea, right? What brush is it? It's nice. It's one of the Kyle ones. Give me a moment, and I'll tell you. Which, oh, I really, really want to erase. I want to Control Z that, but here we are. The Control Z thing is actually really annoying. Um, I'll tell you when when the Control Z ban wears off. Because otherwise I'm eating into your time, right? Which doesn't seem fair. Oh, fuck. Okay, that'll do for now. I'll probably come back to that with a smaller pen later. But that'll do for now. If you've got any other ideas down for other things you would like to spend your cool points on, then let me know. I'm up for adding some more things in. Man, the Control Z thing actually when you're doing line work is crippling. Oh, the time's over. Okay, the brush is it's a Kyle brush. It's in the ink box. It's the Tech Pen Tilt, and I've got the flow on 100 and the opacity obviously, and I've got the smoothing at about 40 most of the time. But that's mainly more for these like big lines that you want to get clean. For detail stuff, I don't really like using the smoothing because it's less responsive. And you know, it's a good pen for these kind of clean, mostly uniform lines, but it doesn't have a great deal of expression in terms of pressure sensitivity and stuff. Like, it has some, and you can do quite a lot with it, but it's not as good as other brushes. But for these kind of uniform lines, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You see, doing this part is really hard with smoothing on because it takes a while for the line to catch up with your pen. There we go. I have no idea what's going on here. Guessing it's part of those bits, so I'm just going to colour them in black. It might be worth on the other ones making the canvas a bit bigger. Just thinking when it comes to colouring, I don't know how much how good it's going to look at this size, like, because a lot of the like anti-aliasing or whatever is going to affect how clean of a line we can get and how much detail we can put in. But for now, I suppose it's all right. Bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum, bum. I think that's looking sort of like how I expected it would look. The line work is a little bit thicker than perhaps it is in his, but that's okay. Again, that's partly because we're not using a very big canvas, right? Because ain't nobody got time for that. How did you, Dan, how did you find our draw off the other day, by the way? Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun? Even though you lost like a big loser. Oh, I can put this back on here now because it should be up to date. Beautiful. That good, huh? Looks like a little pinchy hand. It is, isn't it? It's a little pincer. Can afford to be a little bit cartoony with some of these parts, although maybe not that cartoony. Because this is like where we're emphasizing the Sesame Street side of it, right? With the 4 fingers, 4 kind of potato fingers. Okay. Yeah, trying to control connecting parts is quite difficult with the smoothing on, right? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. I'm sure this part of the process isn't quite as entertaining as the penciling different new characters chat. Sorry about that. But it's got to be done, you know. You got to do your dues. Sometimes making art takes a long time, and it's a little bit boring. Sometimes it's just like that, I'm afraid. Sometimes you're literally just going over the exact lines you've already drawn. That's the way it is. I'm going to leave the psycho power bits for now, and I'm just going to work that out at a later date, how we're going to do that. That's later me's problem. Right, chat. Just put it off for future you to deal with. It's good practice. It's not. That's bad advice, chat. That's bad advice. I love assigning things to later me, but later me hates current me for it. Yeah, exactly. Past Chris is the absolute worst. He's just the worst. Like, what was he thinking? you know. He knew Future Chris wasn't gonna fucking do it. He knew it. And he left it to him anyway. God damn it, past Chris. Right, so that's the outside line work, right? I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a smaller brush and just finish off some of the black areas that have more detail, like in the face. There are some areas that are gonna need detail. That's way too small. Still probably a bit too small. That's better. Let's turn the smoothing way down for this one. So you have like the little eyelash things. It looks like a yes. A yes. How do we draw a perfect circle in Photoshop chat? It can't be done. There must be a tool. There must be. I'll be able to pen tool it, do you think? That'll do. Shouldn't be perfect anyway because it's kind of slanted, so it's got to be kind of oval anyway, right? It's turned away from you, from the viewer. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Dum. And it is just one long line to the whole thing. Okay, cool. For this, we're going to need smoothing on. That looks kind of like the same art style, right? Kind of like the same line depth. I think so anyway. I'm actually just going to freeball this one. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Man, I'm thinking way more about how much I use Control Z now. Oh, I've had that period of not being able to use it. And it's a lot. I use it a lot. Could be cleaner. I think what we do actually, instead of this, yeah, okay. So it's like, that's better. Nice. What do we think, chat? Does it look alright? Can you see sort of where I'm going with it? It's not quite as crispy clean, but that's okay. Man, I really like the white edge line as well. That's dope. It's real good. Right, I might clean up some of these lines a wee bit. Get them extra crispy. Looking good. I like the smooth lines. Yeah, that's kind of the idea, right? You got to be super smooth with it, super clean. A lot of the time when you're inking, it's about being very expressive, but this style is about trying to be clean and kind of boring in a way. Just try to point some of these areas that need to be pointed, like the hair and that. Because you get a much, if you start using white as well as black, or a rubber as well as black, right, you can get a much crisper line, because the edge of this brush can only be so thin, right? Whereas you can make it impossibly thin if you erase parts of it, right? You can get it down to an incredibly crisp line. is the sort of thing I don't often take enough time to do, chat. So, you know, we're all learning. You always gotta practice, always gotta learn. There's always more to learn, right? Like if someone with an art degree and a lot of experience was doodling in the margins of a book. Exactly. Imagine if that were something that happened in the world. You know? Technical and cartoony at the same time. Good stuff. Nice. Every day is a school day, you're right. Apart from when you're not allowed to go to school because there's a deadly respiratory virus. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and that's kind of the idea. That's sort of why I like this style for this. That it has that kind of that cartoony edge, right? But also it's quite clean and, like you say, technical, right? Because that's kind of the blend of styles that we're going for here, right? We're going for Sesame Street, which is obviously quite a cartoony, fun style, and then Street Fighter, which is kind of more of a more serious. I mean, still not very serious, right? Let's put some multiply so we can colour underneath it. Okay, I think it might be time to block some colours in chat. Because all of these areas of line and shade and stuff, we're gonna communicate via shades. So you can still do line work in your colour. With this kind of style, you can still do line work in your colours. See here? This is like a grey, not a black, that he does the lines here. You know, all of this shape here is communicated with the edges of the colours, right? So you're still getting the line work in without actually drawing it yourself, right? That's what we're going to aim for here. So we need a nice purple. Nice sort of lilac purple to mimic this skin tone. Could just go in and pick that, but I don't know how accurate that's going to be. It's perfect. Nice. Okay, and I think I'm going to use a dissolve version of a pen on this one. Something like this. Just a wee bit of smoothing on there. That has a really crisp edge that doesn't. You see how this edge has kind of anti-aliasing, right, where it blurs, and this doesn't. It's just all one pixel. It's like it on the dissolve setting by default. That's what we want for this kind of line work, for this kind of color work anyway, I think, probably. Because you can color, you can just shade stuff in, like fill stuff in like that, and you don't have to worry about it having a weird marker on the edge. And B, it's kind of a screen printy style, and that's how they require you to send them stuff. If you get it screen printed, it needs to have a crisp edge. So that's why we're going with this brush. Yeah, long story short. Actually, let's just do all of this bit in this. And this is kind of the color that we're blocking in is kind of the mid-tone of the shade that we want, right? So we can go in with a lighter shade and add some highlight areas, right? But we can also go in with a darker shade and add some shadowy areas on top. But we already have this flat color here that just gives us a base color of what the overall color is going to read as. The overall shade of the thing. Jobby. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, AJ with the subscription. Tier 1. Thanks very much, mate. Thank you. How's things? How you doing? Have you been streaming a lot as well? I got affiliated. Let's go. I did, yeah. It happened. Let's go! You should now have access to a war emoji of my face as Waluigi, by the way. So, you know, you're welcome. I'm actually going to make this a little bit lower in opacity so I can see the line work underneath. Oh, and 1,500 bits. Bucks. I wish. Thanks, mate. Really appreciate it. That's really good of you. You're the best. It probably makes you the highest bit cheerer now. It does. Would you believe it? Would you Adam and Eve it? Thank you very much, mate. Well, I don't know where you're getting all this money from, because you're certainly not at work, right? From the government, I suppose. Dum dum dum. Bum 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 bum. Don't call me out like that. Alright. I won't. Sorry. Bam 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 bam. Pretend I said any. I didn't say. Wait. Pretend I didn't say anything. That's what I'm trying to say, chat. Forget I said anything. There you go. Oh, she blows. Bum, 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 bum. I hadn't realised, chat, but the psycho power is purple like his skin. It's a perfect match. It's the perfect match. You see what I mean here, though, that we didn't need the rest of the line work because you can communicate shape with colour, right? And the same thing here, right? We don't have this line here in black, but we can communicate it with a different colour. Thusly. Amazing, would you believe it? Dun, 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 dun. How many cool points does that get you? That sub and cheer there. I could be a little bit worried that I have to draw with my left hand and not use Control Z at the same time again soon. If I'm not careful. But there we are. It's part of the fun, right? Okay, now we need to do some red for his outfit, right? His uniform. Maybe a bit lighter than that red though, that's probably too bright. Maybe something like this red would be good. Well, yeah, that's a good red. As an official mod, I would recommend saving up 1,600 points as an unofficial mod. I was going to say you're not a mod. To do both swap hands and no mistakes at the same time. It's a good way to spend your money for sure. Well, to spend your cool points. It's probably less crippling at this stage where I'm doing the colouring though, right? I don't have to be quite as detailed with the line work when I'm colouring. Whereas Dan, you did it at like the perfect time, right when I was trying to be really deliberate with my my drawing, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. There's a bit of a wah moment, chat. Is that how much it costs? 1,600 points? Yeah, I guess because it's two. They're both 800, right? Man, that's dedication, Dan. That you saved up that many cool points just to troll me. Also, calling me out with the unofficial mod thing there. You'll get mod when I say you get mod, alright? And not a moment before. I had 1k when I got it today, so it wasn't that much fight. Okay. Talking a lot of smack when I don't need to renew my sub, that's true. That is true. I'm kind of at your mercy in that sense. But then you'd lose the WoW, right? Surely you can only WoW if you're subbed. No one wants to lose the WoW. What if I pull a fast one on you and make you mod like the day that your sub runs out? Pretty sure I get to keep the WoW because I did sub. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how it works. If you don't resub, you don't deserve that. It's true. That's the truth. The WoW is for Fridge Gang VIPs only. Bum, bum, bum. This is the only problem with this dissolve thing, is that it doesn't look very smooth up close, right? So you've got to put a lot more work in. How's it going, Home Slice? It's going good, how are you? I'm sorry, who gave you stay chill? Don't doubt my commitment to the fridge gang. That's true, you did give me the stay chill part. I will concede that. Adam, if you haven't been watching while you've been away, this is where we're at. We're trying to go for this kind of an art style. This is the stage we're at with it. I think it's turning out alright, you know. It's turning out okay. Bum 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 bum. Need like a gold colour. Looks perfect. It's good, isn't it? It's coming out alright, turns out. I'm excited to see what all the other ones are going to look like. Oh, that's a good point, actually. AJ, since you're here, and anyone else who hasn't seen the other ones when we've been streaming some of this, let me run you through the Sesame Street Fighter characters that we've done so far. Basically, the mission was merge Sesame Street characters with Street Fighter characters. Obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory. We did Count, One Count, and M Bison. If you combine Bison and the Count, this is what I would want to... Yeah, exactly, this is what it would look like, right? We also have Henry Monster as Akuma. We've got Elmo as Ryu. My favourite, my personal favourite, Chun-Li stroke Big Bird. Oscar the Grouch and Blanca. And Bert stroke Guile, which I think is a close second on my personal favourite list. So that's going to be the mission for the next few streams, is get all of these inked up and coloured. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. But I think for the meme, it's worth it, right? Oh, he has white eyes, right? Raging with psycho power. Nice. Oh, the thing's gold. I thought it was silver. It shows you what I know. I'm actually going to leave the white bits just as highlights anyway, right? Right, I don't really know what to do this hood. I guess we make it the same colour as Count's normal cloak, right? Which is kind of, it's black basically, but we'll just go grey. Are you making this into a poster like the Saturday Nights? Probably yes. Yeah, it's kind of this greeny kind of colour. It's greeny blue. Probably yes. I'm just going to combine, I'm just going to basically put them all, copy them all onto one page and try and arrange them in a way that looks good. And maybe do a background. That's essentially how I'm going to do it. You know, it is what it is. But we'll take a break from the project before we do that. I think I'm going to take a break from the project next week as well. We'll do something else. I like it. Yeah, it's going to be good. And yeah, I've started drawing up some of the Saturday Nights characters. See if I can show you. In the same kind of vein as we have been doing here. Oh my god, I don't know where I saved this picture. Ah, here it is. Like this, right? But I'm not happy with the colours or anything on this. Or the line work, really. But it looks like this. Because I was trying to go for this kind of style with this one, and it just didn't work out very well. So we're going to do these like we have done on these. But again, that's some way down the line. That's a good few streams away. Because it's going to take us ages to do all of these. I mean, look, it's taken me like an hour and 20 minutes. That's not that long, actually, to get to this stage, and we haven't even started with the complicated part of doing all the shading, right? So it could be like a good 5 or 6 streams before this is all done. Bam! That's cool though, I'm into it. Thanks. Thank you. I'm Garad. Right, the light is coming this way, right? This is when we're going to have to start making some decisions, chat. As our old pal Bob would say. Oh no, this part is meant to be shaded. What am I doing? What am I doing? Looks like he would beat me in a game of Street Fighter 5. Yeah. He probably would. But you're new, right? You don't really know how to play. I sensed a lot of confusion when we played. I hadn't really thought about how much of a learning curve it is playing fighting games for the first time. Literally for the first time. But there's a lot to learn. There's a lot going on. Button bashing, baby, yeah. And yeah, Street Fighter is not really a game that you can get away with that in. Honestly, mate, I felt like a child playing against you. I genuinely was trying to be nice. I thought we were just going to jump in and I was going to show you the ropes, but you were just like, no, let's fight. So I was like, okay, but you're going to get bodied. So sorry about that. Next time, if you actually let me teach you how to play. I chose poorly, yeah. Just jump in training mode and press some buttons and learn what the moves are and you'll be fine. Honestly, I haven't got much more experience than that, so... I'm just thinking, chat, about the shape of this object, and if the light's coming this way, you know, the light's going to hit this part that's facing the light, but this part's kind of curved away from the light, so it's not going to hit that part. So that part's going to be shaded and this part isn't. A bit like this. That's the sort of stuff I'm thinking about. And again, it would be here, but I don't want to do too much because you'll lose the form, and also this is going to be, his whole face is going to be casting a shadow over here. In fact, it should really be like on here like this. Doobie-doo. I think I'm going to do another shade of grey under this. Actually, in hindsight, I was going to leave it white with the one grey, but it looks too white. So what I might do is make a layer underneath, pick a lighter grey that's closer to this white, and then just make a lighter grey thing here. And we'll use white as the highlight later on. This needs to be on... Oh, sugar, we can't put this on multiply because it'll fuck everything up. Or will it? Yeah, probably. Let's instead turn off this layer and this layer and select the color range of white. Oh. There we go. Wow, it looks really shitty when you turn the line work off, doesn't it? Nice. Much cleaner. Much cleaner. Now you can see, if we draw under here, you can see through this part, right? Because it's not white anymore, it's just invisible. It's transparent. That's better. That looks more like bison. Bison. Oh man, I watched, chat, the other day, for the first time in a long time, Street Fighter the movie. And boy, if I didn't have a massive smile on my face the whole way through. What a film. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to watch it because it is terrible in the best way. And very much of its time. But what an entertaining flick with some great lines in it. And just sort of a how did this ever get made in the way that it got made? Kind of a way. Like, it feels like the writers were shown pictures of the Street Fighter characters and told like half of the things about them that they need to know, and then the rest of it they just weren't told or just sort of threw away. They only took the bits that they cared about. Solid piece of film. I encourage media students to watch it. When they do, they judge me. It's great. It's a great one. It's such a good study of how did this ever get made. What is... Like, I would love to have been behind the scenes on that. On that one. You can sort of see how we're getting closer to this kind of style now, chat, right? With the block colours and the black outline. Is it starting to make sense? Man, my hair is an absolute state today. Look at it. What a nightmare. That's what lockdown does to a man. After going like 3 years of not getting a haircut, now I'm like, God, I really want a haircut again. And it's not even been like a year since I last had one. Such a weird feeling to... Like now should have been when I grew my hair long, you know? But no, right as the world fell apart, I cut all my hair off. And now it just looks awful. It could have looked serviceable. Life's just like that sometimes, isn't it? Right, chat, I think we might leave it there, you know. Any more is going to take us, it's going to take us a long time to finish this one. So I don't think we're going to get it done today. It's going to take us longer than like half an hour. And I have things to do today, chat. So I think I'm going to call it there. If that's alright with you. What do we think though? Can you see sort of where we're going with this? I mean, next time we do this on stream, we will finish it, and it will look exactly like this. Like, exactly the same. Maybe not. But hopefully similar enough, right? we need to do some. He does kind of some fading work here. That's again kind of that airbrushy style, so we might need to do a bit of that in here too. We'll see. We'll see, chat. We like very much. Nice. This is good. This is what we like. Cool. Well, yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you, chat. And I'll see you at least next week, if not before. Might do one maybe at the weekend, but I've got a bit of a busy weekend. Well, I say busy. I actually have a thing to do over the weekend, which is something that I haven't had to do for a long time. Oh, actually, before we go, we need to do this beard, right? There we go. That's better. Oh, and the hair. Shit. Shit, chat. And also the monocle. Okay, now we're done. Now we're done for today. Yeah, so it'll be next Wednesday, if not next Wednesday, if not before, chat. All right, sound good? Nice. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and AJ, thanks for the subscription and the bits. You're the best. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've got ideas for other stuff to do. We're gonna have to. I think after I've done Bison, we'll take a break and do something else. So next stream we'll do this, and then the stream after that we'll take a break, and then we'll come back to the other ones. Because otherwise my whole channel is just going to be Sesame Street and Street Fighter, so which isn't ideal. All right, GG's. Yeah, thanks everybody. I will see you next time. Stay chill. Goodbye, everybody. Bye bye now. Bye 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 bye. Goodbye.